proud Ambazonians, Eric Tataw don't move strong bomb. He say that woman in naked video, that minister will be a woman in naked video when he turn online, he must to bring her. The woman, the one for the Republic, or the minister for the Republic, the naked video they online. He talk again say, any boya council worker, may you stop. You know any man when a boya council worker, tell him make him stop. Because when they catch you when they go work, they go cut in their body, has key or your family, or they go set example for you. He just say, it came a Patrick, he don't toss in every King Kong for this trouble. We will show you say every council they must shut down that boya council. That's what Eric Tataw talk. But when I take on a ear chop New Year, they want a New Year better mutumbo.
We will start in the next 1 minute for those of you watching on YouTube and elsewhere. We are glad that every Southern Cameroonian is following the revolution with a lot of interest. And we see everybody getting concerned about declarations and about their beliefs. You know, because that is the responsibility of every Southern Cameroonian to understand that you can be perplexed by the very little things that do not give you a specific interest as to the depth of the understanding of your revolution. You know, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, it is our particular and very staying objective to understand the reason why we fight and to understand and differentiate between our emotions and the strategic course that we are following, especially with people who would bring an agenda that are particularly healthy to the revolution or unhealthy. You see, my last live show has brought in place a lot of comments from across social media fora, and I understand how much you want to get things go your way, but life isn't always like that. You know, a lot of things will come, and some will come just in the direction that are contrary to your views. But I still believe very firmly in the principle of Vox Populi, Vox Dei, which means the voice of the people is the voice of God. And in this case, this platform would never go against the people's will, but it will take time to explain and analyze to the people the necessity of a particular project or the importance of a particular agenda based on the people's opinions, and to also enlighten them on the findings of this platform. For example, the whole of yesterday, after we did our last post on our website, we've been following up crucially on what has been coming up on social media. This is just an aside. And what is this about? This is definitely about a sex tape that is going viral on social media. The first one was about a man, and I got very interested. The one of the man is first of all fake. It's not somebody in Yaoundé. I got very interested about the second sex tape that talks about a director in Minipat, a female director and stuff like that. So the whole of yesterday, we were doing our investigation, and we have touched base with a lot of insiders in that ministry. We have touched base with offices in La République du Cameroon as part of the culture of National Telegraph to investigate very serious things so that a lot of people will be cleared. So we have finished our findings, and we are going to publish by the end of today or tomorrow a detailed information about that sex tape and where the sex tape is coming from, which part of Yaoundé, which part of the world, and we'll also detail to you a couple of things on it so that people will understand and we will not fall prey of those kind of issues on our social media fora or channels. It's important because it is the role of National Telegraph to investigate. You have seen the sex tape. It's going all over. And we have concluded when we publish it, you see the proofs and you see where it comes from. You see who is involved. So I want to thank you all very much. And God bless you once more. And God bless our president, His Excellency Seseko Ayoktabe Julius, and all other Southern Cameroonians who are following this show at this time. So we are ready to start. And we'll start with what I've just described as the semester projects in Southern Cameroon. You know, like I explained to one of our brothers, when we come on Facebook to say some things and take the responsibility is because we have weighed and remind you that this platform would never ever discuss defense strategies. So I want to insist on some things that I've said in the past, and I want to modify some to put it very clearly. And that is based on the fact that I mentioned to one of my friends that if you hear Biya says that we will neutralize you people, Biya has not given any strategy. The same thing that we said on this platform, that we're going to put down all councils and any other person who is indicating interest to run for any council election. Now we want to start this live show with Boya Council, and where we have had some of our brothers have called to discuss a couple of things. And now there is what they call in war command and control centers, where anybody who is assisting your enemy to devour you, you have to take actions to stop that person, because the enemy will take help from that person to destroy you. What am I trying to say? This is simple. And we want to start specifically. Restoration Forces, Joshua Carl, you and I have been on a conference call about this issue. And we want anybody who is listening to this live show at this time, there is no Southern Cameroonian who will not know his relative or her relative working somewhere. We want to say that this platform has taken the initiative to ban any official activity or activities of the Boya Council plus its workers. It means that we are saying that there is nothing like the Boya Council, because that has not been decided by our government. And so we, as a people of Southern Cameroon, we must take to ourselves, we must talk to ourselves and take the initiative to stop anything that is related to Ekema. We might not for now immediately get to Ekema Patrick because of reasons that you know, because he's fetish and he has heavy security add to the Odeshi that he has taken, and other things that we cannot mention, that we are going to get to him in the nearest, shortest possible time. But what we are going to do now is that, all the workers in Boya Council, we have to stop all of them from going to work, because when Ekema is going about enforcing those terms, they are with him. And so if you are a Boya Council worker, mark the date of today. You are banned, suspended. There is a closure in Boya Council. So any Boya Council worker that will go to work, if you are a relative to them, send them money. We don't want any personnel anglophone to go to that council. You can go and bring people from your own that will arrest them and deal with them very squarely. So if you are listening to me at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I can pull out some of their names and read, so that let me see if I can have some. I have some of their names, some of the main people in Boya Council. I have your names. I'm going to pull it out. See, somebody is telling me that I shouldn't read. Let me think or not. Let me look at the names first. If I cannot read, I'll send privately to Restoration Forces. They will know how to deal with you. So I'm trying to look up the names. Please, when you join, you share extensively. This is let me see this. Okay. Now, I just got indication that let me leave the names. Sometimes you work with instincts and wisdom, because somebody just said that, okay, Eric, don't worry, we know them. So I'm just trying to get the message here that the person is sending from Ground Zero. So now this is it. We want to be very specific on these particular issues, and want everybody to listen and listen very attentively. You see, Boya Council remains one of our little problems that we must solve. And in solving it, we know that we must go for the softer targets that would, of course, dislocate the council officials. We have had our brothers who spoke with us today on phone, and they have been very concerned about the activities of Ikema. And they think that they can actually take a project. It's a semester project. That's why I said the semester projects. It's a semester project that we must now move. Because this is war. And in war, there is no understanding. There is no alternative voice. And anybody who is a Southern Cameroonian must take the initiative. Anybody who has a brother or a sister, a brother or a sister working in Boya Council with Ikema Patrick, whether as a cleaner or anything, ask them to stay home. If they are paying them 40,000, take the initiative of 50 or 100. That is $100 or $200. See your family members, take care of that council worker, let them resign now. Because if they are picked up, because they are helping as a command and control center in Southern Cameroon, and the international law allows for us in times of war to flatten command and control center, whether they are infrastructures or they are human resources. And so we want to tell anybody who is working, Joshua Carr is noted. Fomban has taken care, has taken note, and Ashu Kindi, all those of you who are in Fako, let us be clear with it. You might ask whatever question, we are going to prosecute this war till we get independence. So anybody who has a sister or a relative in Boya, tell them that the council has stopped functioning from this moment henceforth. And let me be clear with all of you, fellow Southern Cameroonians. Boya Council is one of our problems in Southern Cameroon. Whether or not we accept it, and we must take measures to dismantle that council. And so we'll start with the workers, from the cleaners to anybody who works in that council. We will get them arrested if they go to work any further from tomorrow. Restoration forces in Fako, they have taken note. Any Boya council worker, we don't want that council to function anymore. So if you go to work as a worker, this is not a Facebook talk. When we take 10 of you, we'll show you on video. We don't care if the Republic takes advantage to attack or do anything to you. That is not our business. We will show you on video. We'll confirm the one that will take, and we'll hold you as prisoners of war. That is what I've said. Because some people think that these things, we are joking when we say them. If you have a brother, a sister, anybody who is working in that council, we will hold that ear. We will not repeat ourselves. We have a project now to arrest any council worker who is acting as a command and control center for the Republic of Cameroon. These people are helping Ikema Patrick, killing our people. Do you know how many youths have been killed in Boya? Did you not see them in plantain and banana farms? We all saw them. So let us be clear about this fact. This is war, and no matter what happens, we have to stay clean and clear. On the course, we have heard about shops that have been locked up. They have locked people's shops because the mayor thinks that he can actually operate in that kind of manner. Now that they have locked people's shops, we're also going to take actions. We will lock the homes of all Boya Council workers. Your children, your wives, your family members, they will not go to anywhere. We'll put them under house arrest until all those shops are open, and the people of Boya will do their activities based on the calendar of the interim government. That is the new rule. And that's how it's going to be in Boya. All council workers will cease to operate, fetch water, or will block them from any basic thing that they're supposed to do. And this is not joke. Anybody who thinks that we are joking, the person should think twice. So we'll go to the council workers, cleaners, sweepers, anybody who is doing anything related to supporting Mayor Ikema should be taken out. We have strict instructions on how they should be treated. They will be respected as prisoners of war, but they will be dealt with accordingly if they attempt in any way to resist arrest or to fight back, and our boys will fight back in self-defense. These instructions have been translated. I'm simply telling them that from tomorrow they should stop. Listen, if you yesterday catch your brother or your sister when you work on Boya Council, not call my number. Any Boya Council person they catch you, start go work from tomorrow. We'll talk because they already died for the Republic of Cameroon as well as for Ambazonia. So any person at Boya work away, they listen to this live show this time. From tomorrow, if you go work, we'll get boys out of the monitor you. We'll get people them inside there where, of course, they know exactly what to do. We'll get all information because we get our informants them, and we will ensure, say, if you go that work, we'll catch you, we'll teach you for disrespecting our orders. Now, mountain race come, where the Republic the propagator. We have banned the mountain race because there's nothing like Cameroon race of hope. There is the Ambazonian race. So, Ambazonian mountain. So, we don't have any Cameroon race. So, Joshua Carr is concerned, Fomban is concerned about how we are going to assist FACO people to shut down the mountain race. It needs money. It needs money. Sister, one of our sisters sent $25 to Joshua Carr. Sister the name is O.N. That's the abbreviation. She's from one of the counties in the southwest. So we received your $25 yesterday, and it has immediately been transferred to Joshua Carr. So we will put up something for FACO so that people want to support FACO to stop the mountain race. They have to do it now. Every southern Cameroonian, when you see the FACO County Cash App, when we put it out there with Joshua Carr, go there. If it's $10 you put it, it's $100 you put it, it's going directly to FACO. And the boys, they have their targets because they want to ensure that nothing should happen in terms of the mountain race. Because we only talk about shutdown and then we don't contribute. There will be no shutdown if we don't invest in it. So we'll put that up, and by the end of this show, I'll bring Joshua Carr for 5 minutes to read it out there for everybody to have the FACO County Cash App. I want everybody who is listening to me on WhatsApp or anywhere on YouTube, you're going to put a 5, 10, 100 or 200 or $1,000 as you care. Like one of our brothers, Emmanuel, who sent $1,500 to my account, like I explained yesterday. I've already given Joshua Carr has received on behalf of FACO. Joshua Carr and Fomban, they have received. Reverend Asong has received for the BLM, and we have notified Ashu Kingsley and Emmanuel Oben for Manu. So I've distributed it accordingly. For the women, I heard somebody said that we sent $18,000 to the IG from what we raised. Those are just small people who have small minds and they don't know what to do. They always think that it is just about gossip and stuff like that. The money that we raised from the DC conference, over more than $40,000 as it stands. I was supposed to send $2,180 to the women. The balance that is left in terms of cash, the money has added. It has gone up to $2,330 because there was an extra $150 that came from one of our pals that sent a money order of $300 and instructed that $150 should be given to BLM County. That I've already sent. I sent $650 yesterday or 2 days ago to Reverend Asong. So she received $650 because $150 was from our pal who sent it all the way from Alaska, and plus the $500 that Brother Emmanuel sent. So the extra $150 that is left, that pal gave 75 for refugees, 75 for Seseko Day, is $150. I put it up together with the $2,180 that was there that I announced. It went up to $2,330. That money is ready and it will be sent to the women after this live show, which will bring the total amount to about $40,000 in all plus expenditure the women have received. No money. Eric Tataw does not give any money to the IG. I am against giving money to any group. And we raise money based on projects. So all those small people who are trying to bring confused people, if the women sent or selected a number for me to send the cash app, I have to obey because that committee is made up of Pam Fongalafo's wife, it's made up of Dr. Kimeng's wife, Sekseko's wife, Mommy Benedicta. It's made up of JC in South Africa, who is here now. Is made up of our other mommy, Veronica. And so all the women, I take instructions from them. I even proposed to them some few things they have rejected, and I cannot object because the women are in charge. So that is it. So I want to thank all of you for anything, all the things that you have done, and we say God bless you because you remain the main people who are supporting this revolution. Now, we want to move to the other important aspect. After talking about Boya Council, we want to remain focused on this other important aspect. It's about this conference. Please, as you join, you share. Let's have everybody on board. We want to talk about the conference in Philadelphia, and to let the IG know one thing that they don't know. I'm happy that my brother Steve is watching. A very strong brother of mine whose criticisms are so much welcome and whose corrections are also welcome, and whose new takes are welcome. We want to thank you very much. That God bless you because you make very important points, although you do not understand. Now, I'm addressing myself to anybody who cares to listen, who is a supporter of this platform who is of the IG, who supports the IG 100%, just like all of us do. And you will know that if there's one activist that has put his neck for the IG, because I believe in the government that's a circle left, irrespective of the criticisms that we have, some bad seats in the revolution. But take it from me that if you respect the opinion of the fact that you believe in a thing, you must also respect the fact that when that thing is wrong, like a father, you must caution that thing. Now, let us be clear with all of you who are supporters of the IG that this is what Eric Tataw is saying today. I want to tell you that one of the first persons that endorsed the Amazonian People National Convention in Philadelphia has been the interim government. Steve, ask me why. Ask me why, and I'm going to explain to you that, you know, if you must, see the IG, some people will say, why is it that Eric Tataw, you don't discuss things with the IG in the background? I discuss a lot of things. I give a lot of my advice, my concerns to the IG and how they should follow some things the way I propose. But the IG believes in most often only acts in public castigation. Take for example, the IG has sat quiet for the longest time possible until when we gave our opinion about the upcoming convention. Then the IG now, Secretary Chris Anu, is coming out to talk in a few minutes, less than 20 minutes or so, he'll be on. Now, this is my opinion, Steve. I want you to listen to me very attentively and other IG people, because if you respect this platform, you have to know that I have to tell you the truth, the way it is, and then I take your feedback, and then I come back again, because I have said that in communication, what is important is feedback. And I've listened, I've read all of you, Steve. I reacted to you because I respect you. It's not everybody who does a write-up that I come and comment. No. I respect your opinion, and I think you're a very strong force to reckon with. That's why you hear a lot of people call my name in audios and stuff like that. There are people that I will never respond to that audio. I will never, but I respond to your write-up because it's important. I can also respond to Nelson Ocheba, because that's another very strong force. Nelson is a strong force who understands a lot of things. Now, Steve and other IG supporters like I am, they say silence means acceptance. The IG has seen, and the people of the organizers of the APNC, they sent invitations or sent whatever to the IG, irrespective of how it was drafted and how they represented themselves. It is the place of the IG to come out and make our people understand their position about this situation. Not only when Eric Tataw has come and spoken. Okay, take for example, when the IG saw that the AGC and Sokadef and other groups were doing atrocities on the ground, the IG came and banned it and said this is banned. And Eric Tataw said it's not only banned, it's deleted, because I saw with the IG. And it doesn't mean that because you support the IG, you should, be like a stooge or a fool to the IG. You must understand that administration means prompt reaction when it is necessary. I'll give you some examples. The consortium of Barrister Bobala, Dr. Fontemniba, Patasang and others, Dr. Barrister Yame, the consortium was formed without the knowledge of La Republique. La Republique did not give any permission for the consortium to be formed, but it was formed in the time of that crisis to run the crisis. So La Republique was monitoring. And when La Republique realized that the consortium was contrary to its aspiration, what did La Republique do? They did not only ban the consortium, what did they do? They actually arrested its leaders. That is how a government operates. Of course, it was wrong of La Republique. Now, La Republique was another consortium that took the bishops or the clergy to court. La Republique never banned that particular one, even though we did not know who had it. It was never banned. Now, we have a situation like in France, where, people were protesting because of hikes of prices, fuel prices, and all of those. Macron came and reacted and said, okay, we'll solve this problem like this, we'll do like this, and stuff like that. Go to Zimbabwe just recently. The president nicknamed the crocodile. I'm talking with some Zimbabweans. He left, abandoned a meeting halfway, and went to Zimbabwe, and he has already reacted. He says that they need to talk about dialogue. Everybody should be involved. That is how a country is run. Contrary to what Biya is doing, that Biya stays quiet. Biya is not saying anything. Biya does not say anything. People have been killed. Biya only comes out and threatens people. That's the same thing that the IG has done, Steve. The IG is doing the same thing, Steve. And the IG was quick to ban the other groups, and then he stays quiet when there's a meeting, a convention that the IG thinks that is actually detrimental to its principles as a government. If the government says he's the government, you're supposed to take charge. You're supposed to be sure that, okay, this thing like this convention is coming, we're against it. But the IG, because why I say that the IG is the first person to endorse the convention is because silence means acceptance. Next in Chamber and the rest, they will tell you that I told Dr. Sako and others in the meeting that the IG is not only sluggish, the IG is not only slow, the IG is constantly, persistently sluggish. And these are things that you all must take as a note, as a point, to know that we as a people, we are certainly behind the IG, but we will not take the nonsense that the IG does because we want to support the government like fools. No. If the IG saw that the convention that was coming up in Philadelphia is not a good idea, the IG should have already studied, put a team together, study for 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 days, and comes and gives a reaction, banning the convention and making sure that no ambassador attends it. But they wait until every Tataw has come and given an opinion on a platform that a lot of you follow, and then the IG is coming out to say the contrary. The IG only keeps people in a confused mode. And that is what the IG should know. That this government, they will say, you see, they will come and defend that the government is not run like an activism platform or like an activist platform and stuff like that. That is nonsense. There are issues that are spontaneous. The president of Zimbabwe, Crocodile, did not take 1 year to react to the situation in Zimbabwe. He has gone back. He's trying to dialogue with people to bring peace back to his country. The same like Macron. So the IG cannot be in the same mentality like Paul Biya, trying to ensure that, we stay quiet until... Why are they staying quiet? If you don't endorse something, you're supposed to say that, no, this is wrong. When you stay quiet, it means yes. Silence means acceptance. And so you people should be sure about the way you support the IG. Because you cannot stay quiet and okay, now I'm saying it and I'll still say it that as every Tataw, I am supposed to, this is a platform that the Bible says a child cannot ask for eggs, you give the child snake. This is a platform that if you expect me to tell you the truth, you must also try to listen to me to understand why I'm taking a particular position. The IG is unnecessarily too scared. And my role is to be objective, to preach to you what is right and what is wrong. I have said it, and I still say it here, that I did not endorse the APNC. I endorsed it partially on a condition that we were going to reject it, if they don't give us a detailed agenda. What is wrong about the IG coming to a convention that is organized or by other people, so long as it is recognized? If you are the government and you think that this thing is contrary to the aspiration of your people, why don't you come? For the longest time you stay quiet, you're supposed to come and say no. We are supposed to say no because this is it, this is it, this is it, this is it. And this is the position of the government. Then activists like us will look at it together, will say, okay, how do you look at it? This is what the IG said, like how they said about the AGF, that all of us saw reasons that no, this man kidnapped, this man did this, this man did that, and so it is about time we stop this. But the IG will stay quiet. I said in that meeting, and National Chamber was there. The IG cannot stay quiet. He will not stay quiet for the longest time that you imagine, and then they come and start being conspiracy theories. Listen, I am against any group that is not for the aspiration of the people. I will also stand in the gap for the people to explain to them where their government is going wrong, because that is the role of an activist. I'm not an activist for the IG. I'm an activist for the Ambassadorian people, and I'm supposed to talk to you when it is necessary. Now, let us be very clear with this. Let us be very clear with it. Well, I see some people making a lot of comments here about spokesmen of COPE and all of those things. That is exactly some of the things I was going to explain. Now, a conference that has been organized, a convention. I know a few guys. Some people say, oh, Penterence is in jail. Penterence cannot talk in jail. What stops Penterence from talking in jail? Penterence has been jailed. His jail sentence has been given. So he has nothing to lose. He is there hoping that we'll get this independent and he comes out. Personally, there are some really funny things that Penterence does that are not according to our aspiration. But he's a man that has also put his life on the line. And we should not forget those things. And if you come and say that because Pen is in jail, he's not supposed to talk, who tells you? Do you know how many people talk from jail? Everybody talks from jail. And you don't need people to come and start defending that this man was talking because this man is also talking. So we must understand this particular thing. That so long as we, the people of Southern Cameroons, we believe in the interim government, we must also be in a position to tell the government the truth. The government cannot have an issue that is threatening to the peace and stability and prosperity of a revolution, and they stay quiet. Why are they staying quiet? No, I will not block Mercy Njo like many other people that will not block, because Mercy Njo is sometimes objective. She says a lot of things that are right, and she might not be understanding what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm taking the time to explain to Steve and the rest of the people that the mistake is from the IG. And I am one person who will not change my word. I will go to the convention if they give me a detailed agenda that is not contrary to the aspiration of the people, and I'll take the agenda, look at it, study it. I'll look at the attendees. Number one, if there are people who I will not attend meetings with them, if they are there in that convention, I will not go there. And you know their names, and I said it here clean and clear. If the IG does not want to endorse it, that is not my problem. But so long as I'm concerned, the IG long endorsed it by staying quiet. The IG will not only come and talk now. That's what the IG has done in the past. That is, they are talking about shut down left, right. IG is saying that they are doing consultation for 10 years. When people are there confused. The government is supposed to have a hotline. It's supposed to be spontaneous in some reactions. You don't need to wait to think too much to come and say that this thing should stop and this thing should stop. La Republic has been spontaneous in their brutality. The IG is supposed to be spontaneous in its approaches when it comes to the very serious issues that concern this revolution. So we don't have a government that the government only stay down until this activity comes and react, and they see that there's a lot of pressure, then they come and say this. No, the government would have already solved this problem by saying that we receive invitation from these people. This is what they said. All the things that Dr. Sako was explaining to us in the meeting is something that he should have explained since, not waiting until an activist has reacted before they come and explain. You people have to be in the position to understand that if there's one activist that will protect your interests as an Ambazonian people, is on this platform. That's the first thing. And I must come to tell you the truth to explain. Ambazonians, listen to me. I know that the IG will come and they will come and say a lot of things after this live show. They will make a lot of audios like they have always done. Listen, think with your brain. Anything that does not hurt the revolution should be encouraged. So long as somebody is not going to kill fighters. And I've always said it, that nobody can torpedo the IG. Nobody. Nobody can put down the government that Sissoco Ayoktabe has left. But if Dr. Sako and other people, we have a lot of rotten eggs in the IG, that they should be taken off. It does not mean that the convention in Philadelphia is going to restructure the IG. But Dr. Sako should have already put it in place that this is the situation. What do you people want us to restructure? How do you ask activists to give you proposals? Ask people, put it out there. Don't come and be writing defensive statements all the time. Ask the people that we have this department there are many people who don't even know what is happening in the IG. They just know that it's IG, it's the Seco's IG, so we support it. No. We are supposed to be there to ensure that we have everything that is going straight. Now, I see a lot of people saying that the IG wouldn't be part of that conference. Nobody asking the IG to be part of that conference. The IG is the IG, I am me. But you people must understand one particular thing. That if the conference is not good, then the IG should be the one to explain to us why it's not good. As an activist, as an independent activist, I've done my own little observation and I say that this is how it is. I've said it before in many conventions. M1 in Boston, I said it that we cannot go for a conference that we don't know who is organizing it, who are the people. It's the same thing that I've said it today. But it is for the general good of the Ambazonian people. If the organizers are out there to foster development and peace and stability of the revolution. So we have to understand these things, my brothers and sisters. This is not the issue of the fact that, see, the reason why I always tell people, look, like only the few days now, IG people have been attacking me, just like agency people will attack me and other people, because I am the activist who stands in the middle, in the gap for you, and I take all the attacks. So people say you are IG this, but yesterday IG was attacking me because I said something that's against the IG, and I've done that many times. They always do audios. I have said that the easiest way for anybody to get so badly messed up is trying to not understand the things that I say. Because the prayers that all of you pray for me, the prayers that you pray for this platform, I come and say those things based on the wisdom that God gives me through your prayers. And those are some of the things that you should understand. We must understand exactly. Somebody say you are saying all this because Ashu Kingsley is involved. Where is Ashu Kingsley involved? Ashu Kingsley is not involved in any conference. He's only understanding it because I'm trying to explain to him, and he says that he's going to look at it as well. So every Southern Cameroonian, do not follow any group like a sheep. The same thing that you tell the people that follow the other groups that they are like sheep. So you cannot be the same way. You have to stand in the gap to be critical. Ask that, why is the IG scared? What is going on? So we must ensure that we of course try to be proactive. The IG cannot stay quiet and they'll come and say, this conference here will not say anything, but they send all the proposals. No. Why are you coming to react now? The APNC is a huge stuff that is going to be a shaker of the revolution. And so either positively or negatively can be a shaker. So the IG has to put it in place, study it, and come out to say, okay, this is our position. So that we know exactly what is going on. So you cannot stay quiet, and for the longest time, you only now Secretary Christian will be coming on live. I will invite you when I get done with this show to go and watch the IG. To go and watch the IG spokesperson talk. And these are the things that they have been doing for a long time. The IG is a government. Come out and take your position as a government. I mean, it's so bad. It's so bad that some of you still have not understood these things. So we are clear on these facts that the whole mistake is from the IG. And the IG should not be silent on issues that they think are serious. Because to me, I'll still repeat it here. The organizers of the APNC give us a detail. I said it with Joshua Carr. And we support the government, but we don't take any nonsense that the government does, because it is our place to intervene on your behalf. Those of you Southern Cameroonians, we will stay here and ensure that what is right will tell you, what is wrong will tell you. If I have condemned all other groups because they have been doing wrong things, and today the IG is seeming to do a wrong thing, it is my place to remain objective based on the prayers that you pray for me. And if you respect this platform, you should understand that there is never a day I'm going to compromise your aspirations. I believe only in what you believe in, because this is war, and Vox Populi, Vox Dei. The voice of the people is the voice of God. There is no way our IG can be quiet, and after, if you imagine that the IG was coming to react after 5 days to the conference where everybody has made up their mind that they are going. And I still urge Ambazonian people that, please, while you listen to your government, open your eyes. Look at it critically when they give the agenda. I want to know those who are the speakers, those who have been invited. I said all those things on my last live show. If we see that it is not detrimental to the revolution, why would we not go there? What is wrong? Why is the IG so scared? Why you have people in the IG who are so redundant, who don't have anything to do, and you see they'll come and you talk good about the IG all the time because there is the right thing to say. When there's one wrong thing that they do, when you say it, they become so mad. Which of course I'm happy, because that means that you're doing your job. So we are done with that IG issue. The IG made the ultimate mistake by staying quiet and only want to react today. So that is bad on the part of the IG, and Secretary Chris Anu might probably even start by apologizing to the people for the long silence of the IG. Except the IG talking now will mean that the IG is changing their position, because staying silent up to this moment, it means that the IG had endorsed that conference. So on this platform, I still stand in the gap with the Ambazonian people that we will ask the organizers of the APNC to send us an agenda, a detailed agenda from the time, minute to minute, how it's going to unfold, those who are going to be talking, and what's going to be happening there. If I know people, listen, I cannot from now until further notice attend a convention that Milan will be talking there. For one reason, because Milan refused to honor the people of Ambazonia when he was summoned that he should come and give a statement about what happened to Seseko. He never came. And so how is he going to be talking to the same people whom he decided not to talk to? That is a big question. So I respect those of you in your various beliefs. I respect your various beliefs, but there are things that we will not take from anybody. So let us be clear with this particular issue. We have people who have been looked upon, who have been tagged as La République du Cameroun when they are not, based on the fact that they too stay quiet. Because Milan stayed quiet for the longest time. And they only came to speak afterwards, which everybody has concluded. And so there is no way that we'll have the IG do this kind of mistakes and we don't come out to condemn it. So, listen, we don't know who are those organizing the conference until they bring us a detailed. Have you seen any name of organizers on that? Apart from Penterence, who is talking? Mangang always talks. She says anything that is painful to her, she just says it. So you cannot base your argument on the fact that because Mangang said something about the conference. I've listened to what the other lady said. So please, let us not bring politics in all of this. Let us not bring politics in all of this. Well, Ochemba, you're right. They should speak to investigators. I will see if we could bring Joshua Carr to explain to us some few things about FACO before we go, because we need FACO people to support the FACO County. We're going to end it there. So please do not misinterpret me. Do not misinterpret me. Anybody has a right to speak to anybody depending on their beliefs. But on this platform, we have the right to tell you the truth, depending on your aspirations, and also explain to you, even based on some things that you might not understand. The IG made a mistake by staying quiet. Don't think that we don't talk to the IG. There are a lot of things that Joshua Carr will tell you. We talk to the IG behind the scenes. But the IG is so adamant. They have people who think that that thing is their property. The IG is not for the 10, 20, or 30 people who run it. The IG is for Southern Cameroonians. And until we begin to know those particular things, We will not understand what's going on. So that's it. Okay, I'll watch Ray Baba's show, and I'll understand, because maybe I didn't watch. Maybe, yeah, it is possible, you know. I see somebody is making a suggestion here. Listen, we want to be clear with all of you. When it comes to issues that will have to deal with Amazonian people, we are very clear. The only people who will not see it clear is because the people have not understood. Listen, I don't get confused. Mangan and Milan, for me, till now as I speak, I have not known if they are involved in that convention. I have not known, because I have said to myself that anything that has to do with people who are being suspected by our people, I will not be there, because this platform is your platform. And so that is clean and clear. We have called the IG. We had a meeting with the IG. We have called IG on several occasions, but the IG is always sluggish. We must say it. If you are afraid, it's our government. And tomorrow when somebody does wrong about the IG, we'll still defend. But yes, Mano, you have to give us details about FACO. We have people watching now so that we can let everybody support FACO. They shut down. So this is a special show. At the end of this show, we're talking about FACO. So Joshua Carr is here. You tell us about FACO. Except you can also send me a request on see if I can add you here. Well, everybody says some post in the conference. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me send you a request then.
Yes,
Let me send you a request so I join you on live. That'll be better.
Okay, send it while you are talking. So when you join me, I'm going to put this other one off. While we continuously talking, people say that, most of you say that, listen, don't get me confused. Some people say that, I'm waiting for the request, just send it and then I'll pick it up. It's on Eric Tataw.
Okay.
Some people say that, the conference is a scam. Yes, it can be a scam as much as it cannot be a scam. The possibility of being a scam is 50-50. Scam and not scam is 50-50. It can be the best spinner of the revolution. So the issue is for the IG to understand the agenda. Because it doesn't mean that because the idea came from some other person, the IG will not endorse it. No. If the IG stayed quiet, it means that they have endorsed it.
Well, Mano, if I can come in, the thing is the agenda of the meeting, the agenda which the people who are doing APNC had, they had already poisoned the agenda with their advertisement before they came up with the program. They had already made the interim government to know that their agenda is going to stand against the foundation of the interim government.
No, but Joshua Carr, you and I were in a meeting. I told Dr. Sako and you, all of you activists, that you know, how can people be saying that they want to restructure the government when the government is not there? That's the first thing.
But how Mano, it's simple. Let me come in, my big bro. Just take it for example, Mano. That me and you, we are living together.
Have you sent the request?
I hear the next day that Eric Tataw is inviting me in his house and wants some people to flog me, beat me up, or insult me. Will I come to that house again?
No.
Will I support him again? No, I will not. That's the same thing which the interim government just did. Because the information we got to them as a government was that those who organized the meeting wanted to use the meeting like a sabotage to them.
No, Joshua Carr, Joshua Carr, that's exactly what I was saying here before you came. That is the problem is from the interim government. We have not seen that information public that they want to destroy the interim government. It's an assumption that's been going on in the head of the government. And if the government received any such kind of notification that we want to flog you, it was the position of the government to come out early enough and say, look at what these people are talking. They have a spokesperson. And we are saying that this conference should not hold because we're a government. I hope you get my point. So
I'm getting you. If the conference is of goodwill, then it's okay, it can go on. But the interim government has not still restricted that people should not go. He said Amazonians can go, but the interim government will not endorse the conference because.
But the interim government only said that. The interim government only said that after my live show, and then we had that meeting. But this is what I'm saying, that the interim government cannot stay quiet on a very strategic issue for the longest time, only to react. Okay, Secretary Chris will be coming live after this because we have said that we are going to partially endorse the conference. Why did the government not come and speak about it, Joshua Carr? For the longest time, I'm telling you that you and I.
Yes, for that we know very well our government has been slow. But before you came in, during the briefing, which they were briefing the staff members who were part of the meeting, the interim government made us to know that they are in two eras. We understand the two eras they are. and the true era now is an era of self-defense. And they are scared of coming out to give some information which tomorrow they have to come back to the public and tell the public that no, we are sorry. Just like what happened with South Puncher. That's the fear. They say once beaten, twice shy.
No,
the Indian government is now shy because of some...
That's why we said that on issues that are strategic, like self-defense, diplomacy, that are supposed to be quiet, the interim government cannot come and talk about it. But what is strategic about the interim government's declaration about this meeting? To come and say this meeting, there is nothing to be shy about coming to endorse or denounce this meeting.
Mano, they said, by your fruits you shall know them. Just take a flyer from the APNC. Look what they wrote on the flyer.
Joshua Carr, what is the position? No.
Let's just
listen.
Let's take just the picture even without going to details.
Yes.
So just look at the description on the flyer. It tells you the agenda of the meeting already.
Okay, I am not looking. They
want to reconstruct the government.
I am not looking. Which government? They cannot. That's not possible. Now, Carl, let us get this. I listened to Senator Pence speaking the other day. What he spoke, anybody who listens to it, he was orientating the people towards the path of unity. That is what I took seriously. And if the IG thinks that those people, they have an agenda and have received enormous proof to show that the APNC issue like this is like this, it is the position, Joshua Carr, of the government to come and say our citizens will not attend this because the interim government, Aya Foundation has written, when Elizabeth wrote that 90% of the people on ground zero, they are actually out there for the interim government. Some people who are the other side of the well that don't understand the reality, they said that it was a lie because Elizabeth is this, is that. They did all kind of you know what they did. You saw that post. Now Aya came and wrote again that he spoke with people and he told them, because based on his experience on ground zero, he said that the person who is in charge is Sisiko. Did you not read that article? I did. Good. So it means that if the interim government has 90%, it means that Aya only came to confirm what Elizabeth said about the strength of the interim government. And all of us know that, including the people who are doing propaganda on social media. Look like our other brother who had a matter here because he was looking for support. He was apologizing and trying to be good. And after he thinks that the matter is somehow, he has gone back to his ways of doing things. I'm sure that you are following what he's doing. So, if the interim government has that kind of support, why is it that the government will not come out and say that all these people, I am in charge of my citizens, and we are saying that no to the APNC? It's late for the IG. Whatever Secretary Chris wants to say now, we of this platform, including you, Joshua Carr, will wait and see the agenda, because if the agenda will be something good, we'll encourage people to go and attend, and then we'll bring out, see what is there. But as soon as we see that it is involving people of bad will, we immediately come on our platforms and ensure that we destroy that convention. We destroy it because... Mano, this is what is going to happen, this is what is going to happen, my bro. Let me tell you something. For us to keep the foundation of this interim government and those who are paying the price and putting Amazonian first, which has been our ultimate responsibility, what I will say is, first, let the people give us the agenda. Let's know the agenda. Is that not the same thing that we said? Whether we are going to endorse the meeting, and then we need to discuss, because now we have a Southern Cameroon activist front. We have to give SCAF credit because that's a platform which we keep the foundation of the revolution. So SCAF has to decide. We have to also hold a meeting in SCAF when all activists have to be present, and then we table to them what is their ideology, what do they think about the meeting of APNC. If it's going to be in favor of the revolution or against the revolution, then we come out with a single Joshua Carr,
conclusion.
Is that not
we know what to do.
Is that not the same thing that I said in my last live show, that they have to give us the agenda? Please, Southern Cameroonians, we want to be objective. We will not go to the conference or convention without seeing a detailed agenda. So we are simply trying to let people know that we are endorsing it partially based on the fact that the agenda should be out. When we see it and we do our investigation and we are sure that it is not contrary to the aspiration of the people, we would obviously decide on the endorsement or the debunking of the conference. That is all. Now, Carl, can you give us information about
Let's
FACO?
just do this. Let's take that catch up. So we start the mountain race stuff because the mountain race thing is very important. I think getting out, we don't have time for this February shutdown, Seseko Day, the 11th February, and the mountain race. So I think let's go on because I already see watching you. I hear some people saying Secretary is coming, even though we know it will take about 15 to 20 minutes or 30 minutes before.
No, he's going to. Of course, he's going to come after the show. I'm sure that he's following, and of course, you know. Let me just add my voice to something that somebody is suggesting here. We listen to people, and that's why we are saying that we are telling the Ambazonian people that they mistake that you know, happen in this revolution or in this particular issue was the IG's long silence. I hope you understand me, Carl. The IG should have come to say it publicly to the people, you know.
That one you're right, my man. No, that one you're right. The IG is really silent on certain things. Though the IG really needs to step up. We said that in the last meeting. They are really making some of us activists have look ahead with other peoples and their agenda because of their silence and being slow to respond to certain things which are happening in the revolution. I believe the president and the vice president they heard that from all activists who attended their briefing. So they promised us that they will step their response up. So we are waiting to see.
Excellent. Now, Shea Mado, Shea Lumzi, I think I got your complaint. We do not endorse it. We said, if you listen to the end and you reason it, we said it clearly that we would only fully endorse it if they bring us a detailed agenda that is not contrary to the people's aspiration. So that's what we said. So I think we are done with that.
Okay, Mano, let me give you
the cash app. Yeah, read it.
Let me give you the cash app.
Yeah, go ahead, please. If you get the cash app, please send something to the cash app. Carl, read the cash app. We want just the cash app, then we'll do something in the next show.
1 minute again. I thought I haven't got the right cash app. I don't know. Just wait. I thought I got the right payment details. Let me just scroll up again. Just wait 1 minute.
All right.
Let me just sorry. I don't know if any person from FACO is watching me there. Could just really quickly help me to catch up on my phone because some of them too. Okay, let me see. Just 1 minute, Mano.
Okay.
Sorry to your viewers. I'm going to get it just in a minute.
All right, please, you get this cash app, please. We beg you all to support FACO. That is our plea for this mountain race. Let me see, Joshua Carl. Carl, I sent you a screenshot. I sent you a screenshot of the money that somebody contributed.
Yeah, Mama Odilia.
No, don't call the name, please. Don't call the full names.
Yeah, no, just one name, not two names, just one name. I called.
Okay,
Mama Odilia, and that's the name I told her I will call it out, because so the people, so that name, many people don't know who is she because it's one name, but just to let people know, Mama Odilia gave, because there are many Odilias out there. So, Mano, please, I'm trying to screw up to get the cash app. I don't know.
Is this same cash app that I sent this other $25
there? You have the cash app there already now. The cash app of Mola Edwin. You have it with you now.
Okay, let me see.
If you have it there, you can just check your phone and help me out because.
Okay, I have it here. Please, the cash app for FACO is 240. 481-2367 240-481-2367. That's 4. Okay, let me take it over, please. 240-481-2367 240-481-2327. So please, that's the cash app for FACO. We'll do something special for FACO before this weekend. We want everybody out there to contribute. And Joshua Khan and I will have a special talk show to, 240-481-2367. That's the number. Fomba, thank you so much. from Jordan. Please, if you're watching me here on YouTube or anywhere, I beg you all.
That's it, my lord.
Yeah, so let everybody put something out there for Fako.
812367.
Yes, Joshua Khan, my uncle sent you something. Did you receive it?
Yeah, your uncle sent me something. And tell him we are still waiting from him, even though it has been a while, but he has been doing us a great job. We appreciate him.
No, somebody has written the cash app as 27. No, it's 67, please. That's it. 24048123667. Please, we beg you to stop the mountain race. Send directly to that cash app for the boys in Fako to defend themselves and put out La Republic on that mountain race day. I want to thank you all. Joshua Khan and I will do a special show. So I think Joshua Khan and myself and other activists, we're going to look at the APN and stuff, APNC stuff. But in the meantime, what is a priority to us is to get the agenda. Once we can analyze the agenda and we see that it's not detrimental to the revolution, we'll all come in force to endorse it, like I've said. Joshua Khan, I hope I've spoken your mind.
Yeah, man. So we want to inform all those who are watching on your platform that people have already started contributing for the February lockdown. So we need everybody to come in. Presently, in my platform, we're able to raise about $600, which has already gone in for the mobilization and preparation for the mountain race lockdown. So we want everybody to come in to give. We know this February month is a month which the public sold us out as slaves, using us like fools. So we want to take ourselves out of mental slavery. So everyone who is watching us to go in, because this is a month which we have to prove to the world that we are no more into that colonial mental ideologies of theirs, just like how Congo is doing. So we people of Southern Cameroon, we don't need to sleep up. So we need to get up, just like how they did in Seseku's day. They have to come in full and support the people of Fako.
Thank you so much, Carl.
And the whole of Southern Cameroon for this shutdown.
Thank you so much. I think we are good to go. In the meantime, except there's some other thing that we have not discussed, we want to say that everybody will feel hurt about our partial endorsement of the APNC. We are sorry, but we still remain on the point that the people probably did not understand us. We want to get the agenda. If the agenda is not contrary to the aspiration of the people, who encourage a heavy attendance, especially if we know
that's true, Manu.
Oh, what do you think? You think different?
For that, every Amazonian has the right. Every Amazonian has the right to hold a conference.
Which
so
not every Amazonian has the right. Every Amazonian has the right. Every Amazonian of goodwill that is not contrary to the revolution, because you remember that we have banned some people. So if you say like that, they'll come and bring some arguments that are not necessary.
That's true. That's true.
And just to let some people know that even when there's a government, there are critics that will put the government in charge. And in most areas, there are even journalists and critics that will be high-sounding and even more powerful than the government. It is here in America. It happened in Ghana.
Mano, let me respond to one comment I've seen on your Facebook. Al Afu is saying, Eric Tataw, most of your followers are not getting your point. Al Afu, you guys need to know that with activists, we are not activists for a group or for an institution. You understand? We are not activists for the interim government. No. We are not workers for the interim government. We are independent activists which are out there to make sure that we keep the foundation of this interim government. The interim government are not those who work there. The interim government is me, you, and all those which are out there, apart from those who have been banned because of their bad behaviors. Mm-hmm. The interim government is me and you. So when it comes to the interim government and things that has to do with it, it's global. It's for 8 million Southern Cameroonians, not just those who support the IG. So if somebody has a good view, if somebody has a good agenda that can push the revolution, if he brings out the agenda and the plan and we see that it's going to foster unity, solidarity, and collaboration, then we can go. But if the agenda is divisive and those people who are forming such agenda is to destroy the faith and the hope of the people of Southern Cameroon, then we cannot go for it.
Carl, one of our person here the name is E, capital EB, then capital AS. Two names says that you should unblock her because I see but a female picture. There is capital EB, then AS. Okay, now I just want to say that all those who are saying that the conference is a reboot, kind of remix, and all of these, all those things are assumptions. The only thing that will let us know Let me tell you something. If they give me an agenda, I go to that conference, they bring somebody else that this person has come in, they have to give a complete agenda, not a tentative agenda. I will destroy the conference. You will know who. Because you understand?
Eric, no forget about them.
So,
we activists to get for hold them for their canals, no because Secretary Christoph.
Of course.
Secretary Christoph will hold them for their canals. We are holding them in their canals.
Exactly.
We are holding him to the canals.
Carl, just 1 minute. I think I don't, unfortunately, I don't, might try to bring you back on this thing. You try to talk something very important, but I forget I don't off my speaker. Okay, I'll get you now, Carl. Okay, Carl,
yeah, I said, the people of Southern Cameroonians that we have to hold all our interim government workers for their canals. Just like how Secretary Christoph should talk, hold them for their canals. We're not going to hold La Republic for canals. We get for all workers for interim government, even the president, even Secretary Christoph, even the vice president. All man will get
so all my watch cars, they go for me they go the other show. Please, that Fako Cash, I mean all man support them. And next time we'll do with mommy comfort comfort for Ndonga Mantung. They will do the apple of Menchum. So we'll not be talking nothing now about the conference. That's why our platform don't take initiative or ask for the agenda. Meet the APNC, put the public with the agenda, the name and probably the pictures of the speakers. They won't know who they talk there and who are some of the key invitees. And we'll also try to bring some of them to explain to us, we'll know exactly what they happen. So we thank you and all are full. I don't hold you for your canal now. Why I see the shake so you only can talk say, oh no, the IG this. No, we the whole all man for the canals. Now Secretary Christoph and Don Dinka, we don't do it for cartoon, so we just respect those facts. And we are for the IG, but we are not stooges to the IG. So thank you, Joshua Carr. God bless you. We'll end here so that
okay, my bro.
some person say one call, but unfortunately we'll open call next time. But anything where any man talk about that conference on now speculation and assumption until probably our people them for Southern Cameroon they get the agenda. If not, then anything you talk for everyone that's in a Milan be involved or now. Take for example they call the podcast and name for the when a big lie. It's so ridiculous because those are people who don't know anything that's going on. They can only come as guests and stuff like that. Because I'm talking with a lot of people and I know people who speak the truth. So the issue now a revolution and we're going to be honest whether I favor we or not. So God bless you now. Bye bye for now.